Okay, and welcome to the patch notes for No Man's Sky Expeditions, which it turns out is real. It was not going to be a April Fool's joke. Okay, so let's update 3.3, and it introduces a brand new way to play No Man's Sky. Start a fresh journey with a brand new game mode. Master a unique set of challenges with revitalised mission mechanics and exclusive new rewards, and visit bustling hub worlds and much more. Okay, you can watch the trailer in your own time. I'll put that on the playlist as well. Okay, shared expeditions. So there's a whole other game mode now called Expeditions, and each of these events starts from a fixed point in the universe, bringing the whole community of travellers together to embark on a shared journey. So it's basically like starting the game again in a new save, but you are with other people. There's other people on the planet. I just had a very brief go at it, and there were like a decent chunk of people, but none of them were too close together or anything. They were all spaced out around the same planet. But you're going on a journey, so there's obviously several different star systems involved. Each expedition is structured around a series of milestones. So the first one is obviously just going to be a case of get to your ship, get off the planet, that sort of stuff. Complete these unique exploration goals in any order as you earn rewards, meet up with fellow travellers, and experiment with new ways of playing No Man's Sky. So I noticed getting to my ship that doing so rewarded me with a sticker to say that I passed that particular milestone. It rewarded me with a S-class upgrade for my movement and a bunch of blueprints that are quite handy early on. So you no longer have to rely on doing the main story to unlock stuff. There'll be plenty of stuff unlocked this way. Also some cosmetic stuff as well. So milestones and phases. Well, your milestone screen looks a bit like this. As you can see, you've got reached starship, left the planet, went to light speed, established a base, discovered creatures, got a capital ship, walked a certain distance on foot, and reached the first rendezvous. So that the end of this first set, called Homecoming, will be reaching the specific rendezvous. And I'm guessing that's some sort of reward you get for it when you've completed all 8. Okay, and as you can see, it all takes place over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different star systems, and it's got its own tab at the top, Expedition. Okay, so milestones are open-ended, and each one is a chance to explore a different aspect of No Man's Sky. Every completed milestone brings a reward to assist you in your journey. Pin a milestone to your mission log to learn more. So if you hover over one of these, it shows you what you're going to earn by doing it, and it allows you to pin it to your main screen while you're playing. Every fully completed phase will unlock a unique reward exclusive to those who undertake the expedition. An extra reward awaits those who complete the entire expedition. Okay. So again, that'll be these star systems here. Obviously, are also the rewards. So you've got the rewards on each star system. That makes sense. Okay. So Space Station Mission Overhaul. Missions available from the Space Station mission agents have been completely reworked for greater depth and interest. Rewards have also been rebalanced, especially for higher level missions, meaning I've got to do a whole bunch more research and make a whole lot more screenshots. So that's a whole page of my website I've got to completely redo. That's going to be a day's work right there, at least. So milestone patches. Each completed expedition milestone reveals one of over 100 handcraft patches. Reveal them all to fill out your album of accomplishments. Okay, this one's interesting. Mission target sweeping. The process of finding mission locations has been reworked to add more exploration gameplay. Instead of just following a marker, the Analysis Visor's new target sweep mode requires players to use their tracking skills to precisely locate their target. So this will be similar then to when you're tracking down hotspots, I guess. Instead of there just being a marker, oh yeah, go here, you'll have to figure out using your distance and your sounds it's making. Cat, what are you doing? Oi! Yeah, the sounds it's making in the direction it wants you to go in. You have to figure out where it is, like that. Okay, Twitch drops. Now this is interesting. So a lot of the at the moment it's largely, well, it's all stuff that already exists in game. But if you don't want to spend a whole bunch of Quicksilver to unlock stuff, simply watch some Twitch stuff of No Man's Sky. Alright, so the first official Twitch drop campaign will run from April 1st to April 5th and includes rewards such as character customizations, emotes, base parts, ship decorations, and unique ships and multi-tools. Okay, so if we go over to Twitch, alright, blah 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 blah. Unlocked rewards should be claimed on Twitch within 24 hours. So basically you link your Steam, your PlayStation and your Xbox, or your Xbox account, or all of them if you've got them, to your Twitch account using the links below, which I'll show you in a second, and basically just watch some streamers playing No Man's Sky, and it will unlock the stuff, and you've just got to claim them. So you can see I've connected my Twitch account, I've connected my PlayStation, my Steam and my Xbox. Alright, so it'll unlock it for all of them. I don't actually have it on Xbox, but whatever. So upcoming drops. Day 1, there's a firework pack. So that's several fireworks in one. There's the mind blown gesture and a rainbow jetpack trout. I'm sorry, I've just got to remove my cat from my room. I won't be a second. Come on. Okay, so then we've got other stuff that can be unlocked. We've got creature laser, the Apollo figurine, for watching 30 minutes of gameplay. You know, watch for an hour and you'll get an A-class multi-tool and an upgrade pack. Watch for 2 hours, you'll get the Sparse Horizon helmet. Watch for 3 hours, you'll get an A-class Explorer. You can't, just in case you're thinking, oh well, I'll just watch lots of different streams all at once and it'll add up. It won't. Just watch one for 3 hours. So day 2, you got more fireworks. The Celebrate gesture, the Golden Starship Trail. That's just for watching for 15 minutes. For 30 minutes, you get the Golden Astronaut statue, the Artemis figurine. For an hour, you get A-class multi-tool and upgrade pack. 2 hours, the helmet. 3 hours, you get an A-class fighter. Day 3, I mean, you're getting the hint here. You know, this is as it is at the moment for the first few days. Blob terrarium, polo figurine, another ship, another helmet. Okay, and this will obviously continue with more and more detailed items. So for now, they're obviously just doing, you know, a ship for 3 hours, a head for 2 hours, visage or whatever you want to call them, a multi-tool and an upgrade pack for 1 hour, and some sort of cosmetic items for 30 minutes, and a mixture of the easier to get stuff for 15 minutes. That seems to be the pattern that they're following here. Okay, right, let's get back. So weekend events are back. Alright, thank you all the haters out there, all the doubters that were saying, oh yeah, they're gone for good, and I was repeatedly saying, no, they're not. They're not gone for good, they're just reworking it a little bit, and hopefully with a bit more story now that Greg Buchanan and a few of the other writers are actually available to write again, because they were very busy throughout the last year. Yeah, hopefully these will all have a decent story to them again, like the last season of Weekend Missions did. Okay, so new weekend event missions are available from the Nexus. This cube thing here is the Nexus inside the space anomaly. Each weekend, Polo and Nada will indicate a specifically located mission for all travellers to participate in and earn generous Quicksilver rewards. So you can see it's still 1,200 Quicksilver and a random item, usually 5 of them. Okay, you get UK time, it'll still be like it was before. It'll be UK time Friday 6 PM all the way through to Monday 9 AM. Okay, but you really want to be doing them on Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. Don't wait till Monday, because yeah. Okay, rendezvous points. So special rendezvous rendezvous planets along the expedition route create dynamic hubs of activity. Reunite with other travellers that are on the same journey, group up with the community to build a settlement, or simply wave hello as you pass through. So this will be a really good opportunity while you're doing the expedition mode. This will be a really good opportunity to build lots and lots of, basically cities. You know, you could build cities with other players because you'll all be building yourself a settlement of some type. You can do it all close by together, and there will be literally hundreds of different players visiting the same planets, the same rendezvous planets. So if you wanted an opportunity to build cities with other players, this is it, you know. Yeah, they've reworked Explorer enhancements, so if you think about how boring some Explorers looked before, now, you know, they've given them more detail, more colour. They just look genuinely better. Okay, so again, a before and an after, there's a lot more level of detail on them. Frequent ongoing expeditions. So at the moment, the one that's up is 2 months. Okay, so we've got 2 months to complete this community expedition. So new expeditions will begin regularly. The duration and length of each expedition will be unique. So the first one, they've made it quite long because obviously we're all new to it, all getting used to it. As each will explore a different theme with bespoke challenges and new exclusive rewards. So the first one that's up at the moment is quite easy from what I can see of the milestones it wants from you. It's pretty simple stuff that most of you will be used to. Each expedition begins fresh with a randomized character and set of technologies, recapturing the excitement of setting out into the universe for the very first time. So I noticed when I started playing a minute ago that my ship and, well, particularly my ship and my multi-tool, but a little bit my character as well, my slot configurations were very different to what I'm used to when I start a new game normally. There were some technologies that were already built that wouldn't usually be, and my character design was random as well. So yeah, every time you start out on a new expedition, it will be quite different. At the end of the expedition, the associated milestones and new rewards will no longer be earned. However, your save game will still be available and will be converted to a normal mode save. Okay, so anything that you have earned in your community expedition, right, that save will become a normal mode save. So you'll have all of that stuff still there. Now my thought process on this is, if we have to start a new save every time there's a community expedition, then you're going to end up with lots of normal mode saves. Surely they're not merging. I'm hoping that what they're going to do, or what they mean, is that whatever you've earned in that will go, you'll have the option to add it to your already normal save. That's what I'm hoping, but from the wording of that, it doesn't sound like that at all. It sounds like I'm going to end up, every single time there's a community expedition, we're going to end up with yet another normal save, up to the 5 that you've got spaces for. So I don't know, we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so resource target sweeping. So target sweep can find more than just the mission locations, you know, it mentioned them before. Utilise this new mode to assist in locating rare resources such as sac venom or ancient bones, and for pinned recipes as well as for mission objectives. Okay, so you can see you've got you've got like a skeletal legacy mission there that's pinned up. Collect ancient bones, and target sweep is going to help you to find the dig sites. Okay. New mission board. So yeah, here we go. Lots of work for me to do here. The mission agent mission board has been visually revamped, improving aesthetics and clarity of information. Right, so now it's really obvious where people were struggling before with the symbols for the different guilds, and they were like, oh, why isn't this GEC mission advancing when I've clearly done the missions at the space station mission board, and they weren't actually doing GEC missions. Like, people were getting lots of confusion about that. Well, now there's no excuse for the confusion, because it literally says level 1 Explorers Guild mission, level 9 Merchants Guild mission, level 2 Vy'keen mission, right? So you know that is a mission for the Vy'keen. I will say that there's only 5 missions on this new menu, where it used to be 8, but whatever, that's fine. But yeah, it's very, very clear who you are doing the missions for, and therefore who you will get standing with. Okay, could not be any more obvious now. Now, I notice the ones that they've used here are ones that already existed, so I'm hoping that means that the actual missions haven't specifically changed, like that it's still the same types of missions. I know that there's changes to those missions, but if they're still the same missions, that does make my job a little bit easier with the website. Okay, here I'm sure people will be happy with this one. Sentinel Combat Enhancements. Now, they haven't done what I wanted them to do and add a whole bunch more different types of Sentinels, and if you check out my Facebook group, No Man's Sky Resources, then you'll see that there's a whole bunch of artwork on there of possible Sentinel types they could add. However, Sentinel Combat has been rebalanced to make combat more dynamic and satisfying, and to add an extra degree of challenge for players of an exceptional multi-tool layout. Good, because I wipe the floor with literally every enemy in the game with my multi-tool. So Sentinel Quads, that's these things, have improved mobility and target locking. Good, because they were a bit useless before. Sentinel Drones may display an icon whilst performing repairs to other Sentinels. Good, because a lot of people weren't realising that they were performing repairs to other Sentinels. And Sentinel Walkers are now deployed to the planet via atmospheric injection, so they will actually find you better as well. Right? They'll just go boom right in front of you, alright, which is really good, because before they used to get stuck in terrain and all sorts trying to figure out where you were. Okay, so quality of life. A number of quality of life improvements have been introduced, including, yay, the ability to use the quick menu to switch your primary starship while docked in the space anomaly. I'm hoping that applies to the space station as well, but we'll find out. The pinning system has been specifically improved to provide more accurate and helpful guidance while crafting products or installing or repairing technologies. Good. And the number of recipe costs have been oh no, that means I've got to redo all of the information all over my website then. Great. Rebalanced to reduce grind gameplay, and terrain resources deposits now yield a more generous supply of metal. Okay, so I've got to figure out the new costs for literally all the items. Great. Cross-platform discoveries. Right, so this one requires some explanation, right? So, all of your discovery data up until now hasn't actually been on separate platforms, separate servers. It has been cross-platform, but there's been a lot of inconsistencies with it and a lot of problems with it, right? Whereas now, they'll be gone, right? So absolutely everybody's discoveries, like everything they've discovered and uploaded, right, it's now fully cross-platform. They're all on the exact same server. Okay, there is absolutely no doubt about it. All of your planets, star systems, alien fauna, and everything is all shared between all players. So where before you might have had someone say, oh well, I can't see that you discovered this particular animal on this planet we're both standing on, right? It would happen occasionally. That's not going to be an issue anymore, right? They've fixed that problem. Where it has been cross-platform since the cross-platform update and the discoveries technically were cross-platform, there were issues, and now those issues are gone. So if anybody tries to tell you now that it's not fully cross-platform, that your discoveries won't be seen by anybody else, tell them to shut up. They're wrong. Okay. Community progress is also now pulled between all platforms. Good, because that was getting annoying. That, say, PlayStation, for example, had unlocked the next Quicksilver items, but we were waiting for Steam too, or whatever else. So the whole community is now properly working together to unlock new Quicksilver items. Great. Uploaded bases, included featured bases, can now be visited on any platform, making cross-platform play with friends more seamless than ever. Again, that was mostly true already, except for the featured bases, which were completely platform-based before. So PlayStation players could only visit featured bases that were made by other PlayStation players, and by featured bases we mean the 3 or 4 that they put up in the space station, the anomaly teleporter list. But now As long as a base is uploaded, literally everyone on any platform can see them. Again, that was sort of the case before, or mostly the case before, but now it's fully the case. In any case, scrolling with my mouse is going weird. In any cases where several people had discovered the same object, the oldest discovery now takes precedence. Again, that was pretty much the case before, but now it's just clarifying that that is definitely the case now across all of these. I know that there were some issues between particular platforms. Those issues are gone. Okay, we're all on the same server. It's all good now. Okay, new heads-up display. So that's the old. That's the new. It's just basically smaller and neater, with less colours and icons and stuff taking up the screen. Hello, well done. Performance and loading optimizations. I'm sure most people will be happy with this one. A significant number of performance and loading optimizations have been introduced across all platforms, reducing initial load and warp times, improving texture loading and terrain generation speed, and removing some physics-related stalls that could occur. Exclusive new rewards. Woohoo! Progressing through expedition phases will unlock exclusive new rewards. Among the Pioneer's expedition rewards are a golden starship and helmet, a new lightweight jetpack unit, Atlas fireworks, that's more stuff for me to put on my website, elaborate gold fringed flag, and more. Okay, so there's a red Atlas firework, new backpack, yeah, golden Gek helmet, whatever the hell that is. All sorts of stuff. Okay, new markers. All markers for missions, buildings and resources have been restyled for greater clarity, definition and visual appeal. So basically I need to redo every single icon that I have on the website as well. Again, thanks guys for repeatedly, with every couple of updates, changing your visual style on everything. So I have to start all over again. Underwater stuff, cool. I don't know what that one is. Maybe something like what do we call them? Thingy balls, whatever they're called. Anyway, cross save rewards. Rewards earned from expedition. Here we go. Rewards earned from expeditions can be redeemed for free on other saves in any game mode by visiting the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion on the Space Anomaly. Transfer your hard-earned golden vector to your primary save. Excellent. That's what I was worried about. So that puts that worry to bed. Okay, so anything you've unlocked on your expedition saves will transfer, the rewards anyway, will transfer to your main saves. Any of them. That's brilliant. Okay, Streamline Jetpack unit. Let's see. Included among the expedition rewards is a Streamline Jetpack unit featuring an elegant style thruster design and transforming the appearance of your explorer. Once earned, equip your new jetpack at any appearance modifier. Okay, so it's just a new style. I don't think it does anything specific. Okay, multiplayer mission improvements. The multiplayer missions available from the Nexus and the Space Anomaly have been enhanced with a number of gameplay improvements. Numerous bugs and synchronization issues have been fixed, and missions have been made smoother for more exciting by incorporating target sweeps to locate resources. Excellent. Here is the golden vector. Okay, so it is the gold edition of the Alpha Vector that you used to get as your starter ship. It looks quite nice. Okay, so the individual patch notes, let's see. Yep, we know that. In Expedition mode there is no tutorial and the Artemis mission path does not automatically begin. Players start with a randomised ship multi-tool and character customization set. Their starting technology is also randomised. Yeah, that I'd noticed. Okay, every player beginning an expedition starts on the same planet. They are time limited, so at the moment 2 months for the first one. Players have a fixed period in which to complete a unique set of new challenges. Completing challenges awards a mission patch and unlocks rewards to assist your progress. These challenges, called milestones, can be undertaken in any order. Well, yep. Yeah. Milestones can be pinned as your active mission, which offers targeted guidance towards their goal. Several milestones require a visit to a rendezvous point. They are specific points in the galaxy at which all players are required to check in order to complete the expedition. Milestones are grouped into phases, so completing all the milestones in a phase will unlock exclusive rewards such as new customization options. The phase rewards for the first expedition include a new starter firework, a new banner, a new title, a new base part, exclusive golden first spawn helmet, a new jetpack style, a new golden version of the iconic Alpha Vector starship. Once unlocked, these rewards can be redeemed on any save by visiting Quicksilver Synthesis Companion on the Space Anomaly. When the time available to complete the expedition is up, no further rewards will be earned. However, the save will still be available. It will convert into a normal save mode and can be used to continue playing. So if you've decided that actually you've done really well on this particular expedition and you want to just keep playing that as your normal save, you can do so. Some milestones award inventory slots. These can be redeemed immediately, or their token can be brought to the space station and applied via the exosuit upgrade terminal. Okay. On key expedition planets, protections have been put in place so that resource collection is not synchronized across the entire player base, preventing exhaustion of the planet. So if you're mining a particular resource, doesn't mean that somebody else can't do it because you've run it dry. They've stopped that. They've made that not be a thing. Okay, so you'll both be mining the same resource, but it will be there for both of you. Okay, so more about the target sweep. Missions where the location of the target building is not immediately clear will no longer automatically lead players directly to the building. Instead, they will direct players to the approximate area on the correct planet, and you've got to find it yourself. When players exit their ship in the correct area, they can then use the analysis visor to search for the exact mission location. Players may still use their eyes to locate the correct building in the air or whilst on foot, so you might see the building and go land right next to it if you really want. Many missions across the entire game have been reworked to make use of the target sweep mechanic. The Living Ship Starbirth missions now use a long-range target sweep instead of requiring players to manually search coordinates. I'm sure that will make a lot of people very happy, because lots of people did not like the whole coordinate search thing. When a mission requires players to collect items from specific planetary objects such as sac venom, harvestable plants or ancient bones, the target sweep will automatically detect such objects and assist in their location. Players can pin specific objects from the catalogue to gain the assistance target sweep in locating them. Okay, there's the stuff about Twitch drops. Weekend events have been re-enabled. Weekend events are now generated procedurally. Cool. Each weekend event will still send the entire community to a selected planet, and weekend events continue to reward significant amounts of Quicksilver. Space Station mission board, blah 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 blah. Clearly displays the rewards and standing on offer for each mission. The faction here's the thing I was talking about. Clearly displays the faction that has commissioned the mission. Value and diversity of mission board rewards. Okay, so there'll be more stuff you can get from the space station missions. Text and objective clarity in all mission board missions have been significantly improved. Missions, yeah, because some of them were a bit confusing because it's like they were telling a story rather than telling you what to do exactly. So yeah, that'll make it, especially the mission titles, they're a bit randomised. Missions involving repairing or locating missing targets have been reworked to incorporate the target sweep mechanic. Completely reworked the pirate hunting missions to more clearly direct the player towards a specific target. I don't feel like that was particularly difficult before, but okay. Completely reworked the creature, flora or mineral scanning missions to direct the player to complete surveys on undiscovered worlds. That's a good idea. Fixed number of progression blockers that could occur if the player was sent to destroy a depot. There we go. Lots of people have moaned about that one recently, because people were basically destroying the depot from ages away from the depot, and it therefore wasn't registering. It was the case that you had to get really close to the depot to make the mission realise you'd started that mission, basically, and then destroy the depot. But people weren't getting that close because they wanted to avoid the Sentinels in the area. So it sounds to me like they've fixed that. They've made it so that it will realise even if you start destroying it from ages away. A lot of people use their ship to destroy it as well, which again means that you're not getting close enough for it to register. But it sounds like that problem is gone now. Photo missions will now precisely direct players towards an appropriate location to take their photo. I feel like that's unnecessary. I feel like that takes a bit of the fun away. You're supposed to figure out for yourself where a fiery planet is or whatever to take a photo. I feel like that's cheating as far as I'm concerned, but okay. Fixed an issue that could cause delivery style missions to permanently block the use of an outpost trade terminal. I've never come across it. I've never even heard of that problem, but okay. Okay, so Nexus Missions, similar stuff. Added a stage to ensure players are flying nearby to each other at the start of the pirate hunt missions. Okay. Rescue style missions now require players to look inside buried technology modules instead of the rarer salvageable scrap satellites. Right, okay, fair enough. Fixed an issue that could cause incorrect numbers to appear in the mission descriptions. Number of issues in Depot Raid, yep. Depots are previously destroyed. Yeah, that one was a bit of a thing. Fixed a number of issues where depots that have previously been destroyed could block mission progress. So yeah, it would keep. Let's say you did destroy the depot mission, and then you got another one. It would send you back to the same one that's already destroyed. So yeah, they've clearly fixed that. Fixed a number of issues where separate groups undertaking the same multiplayer mission at the same location could influence each other's mission progress. Whoops. But that's fixed, okay. An issue where the symbol for the weekend mission could incorrectly appear while the player was disconnected from the servers. Yeah, I think I've had that once or twice actually. Added some conclusion text to the end of Discovery multiplayer missions. Cool. Added guidance to escape Sentinel attention at the end of Depot Raids. Okay. A lot of it's to do with these Depot Raid missions that I've obviously got a lot of issues with them. Or had a lot of issues with them. Yep, heads up display looks different, more modern. It's been scaled to look sharp when the game is running at 4K. All markers in the game have been completely redesigned just to annoy me. Mission markers are now drawn in a different style from building planetary chart icons to help players navigate more easily in busy systems. Okay. Oh, I see. Right. So the mission, if it's something to do with, if the marker is to do with a mission, it looks totally different in a different style than any icons that are up because they're buildings or a planetary chart has highlighted a building or whatever. So it'll be much more obvious which ones the missions ones are. Many markers now change size dynamically to reduce visual clutter, so if you're far away from it, it will get tiny. The offsets and light beams for markers have been visually improved. Many rare planetary items have been given their own bespoke markers to aid identification at a distance. Okay, fine. Balance and quality of life. Players can now use the quick menu to switch their primary starship or dock to the space anomaly. Yeah, we know that. You've already told us. Quicker access to the shop. That's good. Cost of repairing broken technology has been reduced. Repairing damaged slots on salvaged starships and recovered multi-tools has been reduced. That's good because that was a bit of a pain. Cost of building exocraft garages has been reduced. This is a lot of stuff I've got to redo. Come on, guys. You'll get more metals from planetary deposits. Economy related price volatility has been reduced for Gravitino balls and other similar items. Okay. So basically, if you're selling Gravitino balls for a particular amount, that particular amount isn't going to change too much because you've sold some before, because that's what that means by economy related price volatility. So for example, if you're selling activated indium and you sell loads of it at the same galactic trade terminal, the same star system, then it's going to keep, the price is going to keep going down. You're going to get less and less and less the more of it you sell, unless you sell it to some starship captains instead of the galactic trade terminals. But what they're saying here is that some items like your Gravitino balls, so stuff that's more item than resource, the special items that you get off special planets, you know, they won't go quite as drastically changed as negative as your normal resources. Okay, pinning damaged components within a technology now results in more accurate and useful instructions. The pinning system now correctly advances past steps where the subcomponent has already been completed or the required items have already been gathered. Excellent, so you don't have to go into the... oh no, that's not what I thought it meant. Okay, yeah, whatever. Pinning system now correctly differentiates between repairs and installs and displays the correct text and item requirements. On pinning stuff like sac venom, a target will be added to the analysis visor to help you locate it. Again, they're making it a bit too easy in some cases here, aren't they? Repair instructions for damage technologies can now be pinned, even if that inventory is currently inaccessible. Oh, that's good, yeah, because sometimes you'd say you want to repair an item in your ship, but your ship was miles away and it wouldn't let you. Or it wouldn't let you pin it because your ship was miles away. All products in the catalogue can now be pinned. Excellent. The damage dealt by Starship rockets has been significantly increased. Okay, fair enough. I thought they already killed anything in one, but okay. Fixed a number of occasions where the Starship reported no valid landing locations when trying to land on the planet's surface but near to buildings. Yes, that was a pain in the butt. Fixed an issue where the pulse drive would lock onto the space station despite the ship being aligned with a planet. Also a pain. Glad that's fixed. In space combat, the distance between your ship and hostile starships is now displayed in the targeting reticle. The error message displayed when trying to summon your freighter to a system that it cannot access has been made more clear, so now it will be obvious that the reason you can't get it to the blue star system you're in is because you've not got the blue drive installed. Indium drive, I should say. The third person camera now responds more smoothly in cramped scenarios. Jetpack customization options now display correct tooltips. And responsiveness of the custom marker deployed from the analysis visor has been improved. Excellent. Lots of performance optimizations across lots of different platforms. Yeah, some stuff about physics, CPU load time, terrain generation. Sentinel changes. Greater number of Sentinels now spawn in combat scenarios. Sentinel health now scale. That's good. Sentinel health now scales dynamically with player weapon output. So if you've got a weaker multi-tool, you'll get weaker Sentinel health. If you've got a stronger multi-tool, you'll get stronger Sentinel health. So the Sentinels for me are going to be ridiculously difficult to take down because my multi-tool is ridiculously powerful. Sentinel drones shoot faster and more frequently but deal less damage. Sentinel drones display a unique icon when they're repairing quadrupeds or walkers. Quadrupeds track and turn the player more responsively. I mean, the turning was already good enough. It's difficult to hit them in their weak spot on their back if they're going to be even more responsive. And Sentinel walkers are now deployed to the planet by atmospheric injection. Colorblind settings have been added to the options menu to adjust the colors in the galaxy map. Good. Lots of people needed that. Controls, text and messaging in the galaxy map being clarified and improved. Okay. Camera in the galaxy map is now more stable with fewer abrupt changes. Good. Use of the mouse to select a path in the galaxy map has been improved. Sprint duration. God, there's a lot. I'm running out of breath. The sprint duration of your companions is now based on their stats. Okay, fair enough. Companions that are well fed and happy will now sprint much further. Companions that with high playfulness, independence or helpfulness ratings will see an increase in their stamina. A teleportation visual effect is now played when summoning or desummoning your animal companion. They now correctly sync the use of any equipped torches with the state of the player's torch. Okay. An automated light has been added to interactions with animal companions. Companions will now speak to the player when defending their owner from hostile creatures. They will respond to positive and negative emotes from the player. The sender's name is now displayed in the inventory when receiving a creature egg from another player. Fixed an issue that caused animal companion thumbnails to be misaligned for some creatures. Issues with hunting behaviours. Fix some glitches. Oh yeah, I thought this was intentional. Fixed an issue that allowed animal companions to one-shot sentinels. That was great though. To have, you could have like a tiny animal companion, and it like swipe at a sentinel walker, and the walker just dies in one. Fixed an issue that prevented wild creatures from defecating after being fed. Fix an issue that caused creature flocks to spawn at the same location. Okay. Animal companions caused animal companions hatch from modified eggs to alter the appearance of their parents. Yeah, somebody did tell me about that. And of other creatures on their home planet as well. Yeah, I got told about that as well. Other improvements. New images have been added to the mode select UI. Yep, so when you're deciding what type of game to play, there's new images on there. I think they're going to keep changing that every time there's a major update, so that lots of different members of the community have their pictures shown on there. Yeah, we know about the Explorers change. Rain effect on lush and toxic planets have been tweaked to be more visible. Docking animation improved. Photo mode in VR significantly improved. Yep. Yeah. New interaction has been added to GEC observatories. Okay, not sure what that's about. I'm sure I'll find out. A range of specific new interactions have been added for NPCs on lava and swamp planets. Excellent. Improve the clarity of tutorial messaging given when the player first collects drop pod navigation data. Clarify the text and messaging about player versus player damage settings. Good, because a lot of people were getting killed off and like, oh, why can't I do anything about this? You can, it's in the settings. So now this is going to make it really obvious. Fix a number of issues where incorrect text was displayed when the pulse drive was blocked or disengaging. Okay. Let's have a look at bug fixes then. So they've changed the refiners back to the version of the refiners that does remember what you left in them, regardless of what you do. I was told in advance this was going to be happening, particularly as lots and lots of members of the community kept going, oh yeah, it's a bug, when it wasn't a bug. So Hello Games have given up and they've decided to revert it back to the version of the refiners that do actually remember. They had previously reverted it away from that type because people were abusing it and had come up with all sorts of duplication type glitches because of the version that it's now going back to. But don't get your hopes up if you are a duper. They have fixed that issue permanently. So in theory, the refiner issues that were existent before should not be there anymore, and you should be able to leave stuff in your refiner, go away, come back, and it's still there. Fixed a number of issues that could cause interactions to become blocked when a player in a network session loses connection. Fixed issues that could cause terrain edits to be incorrectly synced in multiplayer. Now this was a big thing. Most people that think that uploading your base doesn't save the terrain edits, they're wrong. Basically what was happening is that because they were a multiplayer, it was loading like what the other player had stored rather than what they had stored. So the other player didn't know, their save data doesn't know that those terrain edits were there, so it was loading all the terrain inside the bases and stuff if the other player in multiplayer got there first. That's not a problem anymore. They've fixed that issue. So if you are in multiplayer, it will be synced that the terrain has been edited away. So your bases will no longer, as long as you're uploading your bases will no longer appear to you or other people as filled in again, basically. Fixed an issue that caused player titles to appear twice in the playlist in the Nexus. I've got the opposite issue. Stuff that I've definitely earned is not being unlocked. Fix a networking error that could occur when sending messages to non-existent players. What does that mean? Non-existent players? As in people that have left the game or something? I don't know. Fix an issue that could cause Starship launch system to be automatically repaired when another player docks in the same system. Interesting. Cause the freighter inventory to be inaccessible when performing repairs or crafting products, technologies aboard a freighter. Yes, that I had noticed that one. It was a bit annoying. Incorrect repair or install requirements to appear when going into the sub menu for fixing a technology. So that's fixed, thank God, because people are constantly complaining about that online. There was an easy workaround with that anyway. You just don't go into the sub menu. You just pick up whatever item it was that you needed to fix it with and just drag and drop it onto the technology you were fixing, and it worked that way. You didn't have to go into the sub menu, but whatever, they fixed it, great. Fix an issue that could cause starships to overlap when large numbers of players start in one location. Yeah, the stuff about the depot site's all fixed. The climax of the Living Ship mission Starbirth now recognises that players have earned all relevant parts and allows them to proceed even if the components have been lost. Good, because that was a big problem. Added a building prevention radius to the mission targets in the Starbirth mission chain to prevent players blocking mission targets with bases. Again, that was a big problem that I'm constantly telling people, right, you can just report that base and it will make it disappear out of your way. And if enough people report it, then Hello Games find out about it, as clearly is the case here, and they do something about it. Fix an issue that caused the quick menu option to quickly return to the space station and to the space anomaly to function incorrectly when visiting a featured base in a different galaxy. Fix the number of icon inconsistencies in the tutorial. Fix an issue, yeah, wrist stumps would be visible when the body was okay. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Rare crash on startup. GPU crash on PS5. Lots of crashes that they've stopped from occurring. Okay. Portal audio. Continue playing after the warp was complete. Yeah, I've had that once or twice. Okay. Some audio stuff. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Caused invalid products to appear in the recipe unlock tree. Interesting. I'm wondering if they've put back the missing ones, because there's a couple that when they added the ricochet modules to the multi-tool, they knocked off a bunch of the other multi-tool technologies and they've never put them back, so I'm wondering if they've fixed that now. Fixed an issue that prevented all of the alien language from being translated in a small number of interactions. Yeah, I've come across that. I know all the words, and yet I know there are some words you never get to learn, but I have had the occasional conversation with an alien where almost nothing was translated, and I'm like, what? That makes no sense. Yeah, they got rid of the secondary emergency broadcast receiver in the catalogue menu. Soul laser? What the heck is a soul laser? They've used the wrong name there. Whatever. Secondary dismantling, okay. Price of deployable items to be listed in the units rather than salvage modules, okay. Oh, good. Fix an issue that prevented the power tutorial from advancing if the player built a solar panel instead of a biofuel generator. Good, because biofuel generators are rubbish. I recommend you never ever build one not even part of the mission now. Build solar panel instead. Fix an issue that could cause the power and base building tutorials to get out of sync if the player learns specific blueprints out of order. Yes. Fix an issue that prevented the signal booster from appearing in the list of base parts that can be purchased on the space anomaly. I thought that was on purpose, to be honest. I thought that was so that you had to get it from base computer archives. Fix an issue that could cause the game to fail to render when using a small number of unusual resolution settings. Okay. Glitched shadows. Fix the issue that sometimes causes a small square to appear in the center of the screen. A few people have had that. Black blocks to appear in the place of depth of field effect on Xbox Series X. Fix an issue that caused Artemis to appear out of focus during a particular interaction on the mission chain. Fix a visual effect that could cause a seam to appear in planetary atmosphere. Interesting. Minor visual issues with planetary props. Occasional base computer being invisible. I think that probably refers to when you're building up into the sky and you build a second base computer to get higher, and then you come back and then that's all gone gone the next time you come back, and you can't do anything about it. Fix an issue that caused visual effects on the space station to be hidden when completing any interaction. Fix an issue called distance stars or jitter. Red planetary lighting effects to be present on the atmosphere station, and visual issues that could occur when stood in the threshold of a cave. Okay, so there's a lot. I think where I was talking in one of my previous videos, I think it might have been a Fall Guys video actually, I was talking about the possibility of me starting a brand new version of the game and also starting a brand new website for No Man's Sky Resources using their Wix's new and better editor. I think I might actually have to do it. I think that now's probably a good time to, as clearly No Man's Sky have changed an awful lot. So I'm going to have to get new icons, which I'm currently doing with No Man's Sky Mod Station. Oh, it's done it. It's got them. Excellent. So I can have a look at the new icons and stuff in a minute. I'll have a look through to see if there's any new files that might indicate some future content. Yeah, so I might end up, instead of using this rubbish Wix website editor, there's something called Editor X that they've come out with now that I think is probably going to be a lot better, because it will, some of you that visit my website, you get this issue where it doesn't necessarily resize the way we want it to. Editor X does it automatically, right? So I don't have to go into a separate version for phone like this for each and every single page and go, right, well no, this is what I want it to look like on phone, because that doesn't even solve the issue of if you're on, say, an iPad where you're somewhere between, you know, a desktop or a phone, or what if your desktop screen is a different size to mine, etc, etc. Right, so Editor X, annoyingly, you have to redesign your website from scratch. You can't just move your current website over and edit it like that. You have to do it from scratch, but no, regardless of what device is being used, it will adjust everything accordingly. So I will probably be spending my Easter holiday designing the whole Resources website from scratch. It's going to be very time consuming and very annoying, but that's probably what I'm going to do. Anyway, I think that should cover it all. Thanks for watching. Please join me in my later videos where I will actually be playing the new versions, the new expeditions and stuff. I will see you then, if OBS Studio will start responding so I can stop recording this video. Excellent. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.